room?
Coach, tonight, loss against this Wings team was obviously, unexpected to me. I'm not sure about anybody else, but given that record, it doesn't really reflect their actual level of play. Could you just break down, what happened, throughout the course of the game from your perspective, and what led up to, the collapse at the end?
Well, we didn't defend, we fouled, and we didn't rebound, and we shot the three terrible again. So it's a bad combination. Some of those things are in our control, some of them aren't. Nobody's trying to miss shots, but it's tough to win on the road when you shoot 5 for 20, 5 for 19, 26%, and then just get handled in the paint. Now it didn't really matter who I put in there. Big, we got handled. Small, we got handled. So then you try to switch gears. Well, it's like you're not stopping anybody, you're not rebounding. But I mean, when you look down and Asia and Jackie are high rebounders with 6, that's not going to get it done. Megan, 11 minutes, 0 rebounds. Alicia Clark, 22 minutes, 0 rebounds. Like, it's tough when you don't rebound the ball. And then we fouled too much. So we fouled the 3-point shooters and then gave up 32 in the fourth quarter. So that's on us. We have to figure out how to get stops down the stretch when it matters. And we haven't shown the ability to, keep leads, which is disappointing. But with a team like this, who I think is super high-powered offense, you have to defend. Giving up 93 points, like, we're not that good offensively this year to give up 93. We're not. We haven't shot it well. We haven't moved it well enough. So you better defend. 90 points is enough to win a game. I guess not when you give up 93, though. That's not good math for us.
And obviously, Sato and Natasha wasn't here last. Can you talk about their impact on the game as well?
Well, I mean, they're 3-level scorers, both of them. I thought Sato got off early, way too comfortable, just came off pick and rolls, nobody's there. Like, at some point, people have to take accountability. Like, I'm sorry, but you have to be up and pick and roll. You have to be. You have to block out your man. You have to go help the bigs when they have those big bodies in there crashing every time. Like, when you know exactly what the other team needs to do and you can't handle it, that's concerning.
So how do you address those concerns?
I can't make them do it. They have to do it. What am I going to do? Pull them out? Like, anybody I put in there didn't rebound. That was the whole deal. And on a game where we do a great job moving our feet, being active, we don't foul them on shooting fouls in the first half. And then what did they shoot? 19 in the second half. So it's a foul shot per minute. You're not winning games like that. You're just not. And that's just about moving our feet. And it was 1 through 5, whoever I put out there. It falls back on all of us at the end of the day.
Mike Volpe? Volpe? Sorry. I don't know where Volpe came from.
Volpe, is that a nickname?
No, it's
that's
a friend
fine.
that ran high school track.
Oh,
Taking on a new last name, Becky.
I see that.
But actually, I wanted to ask you a little bit. I asked the players how dangerous it can be to sort of face these teams down the stretch that have gotten players back, either through injury or whatever. I mean, we saw that with Washington yesterday. We've seen, I believe, now Dallas has scored 113 points and 93 points in 2 games. How difficult is that? I know you're not happy with your defense, but how tough is it that some of these teams are really still alive and kicking, if you will?
Well, at the end of the day, I mean, your studs got to play like studs. All three of their horses played like horses tonight. And I mean, Asia was a monster. Get a decent game from Jack. I thought KP was getting downhill, getting people involved. She probably had, she only had 5 assists, but probably had 5 or 6 hockey assists. So she was doing a great job distributing. Didn't necessarily shoot it, but she was doing some other good things for us. And then we get a pretty good game out of Chelsea. But the rest got to do more around it. And it had to do more with the defensive end tonight than the offensive end. I mean, 5 for 19, but the fouling the fouling and the rebounding. I mean, really, really tough. And we know the deal. We know the deal with them. You know, we've played them in playoff series. We know how they win games. I was disappointed with the 20 defense, though, the fouling, undisciplined, not communicating, messing up on some reds. And I thought just Satu and Enrique were in our paint downhill, wreaked havoc, and then we fouled.
Can the defense, you've talked about defensive issues really since before the season started, that you had concerns about it. Is there still time for that to get better? Or can it get better?
Yeah. I mean, it can, it can get a lot better, clearly. But it's the attention to detail. Like, the butter shots in the first half, you could go back there. Fouling the 3-point shooters. Like, there's ways that we can shave off points just by being disciplined, being alert. Enrique comes and hits that 3, and our big is back. Like, there's 2 seconds left. Of course she's going to shoot it, and we're 5 feet away from her, 6 feet away from her. Like, those buckets end up to come back to like really bite you. And the fact, like I said, that we couldn't defend our lunch in the second half.
Let's close it out with Asia.
Asia.
Hi, Coach.
Hi.
This is Asia from Daily Swish. I was just going to ask you, I know you touched up a little bit on the positive insights there, but what were some other positive key things that you noticed throughout the game?
I'm not really that positive right now, Asia. You'll have to catch me on another day. I'm furious with our defense in the second half.
All right. Thank you.